windows down, singing wrong words, summer soda on your t-shirt, your hand hanging in the wind. We swore we'd leave this town, drive till the map turned blank. Every stoplight felt like forever, every kiss like a promise. Slip away halfway to heartbreak, and we never saw it change. Cheap rings, corner booth, sharing fries, talking big plans. You sketched houses on napkins, put my name on the mailbox. Then the calls came late, long days, longer goodbyes. You said, I'm just tired, that's all. But your eyes were already gone. Halfway to heartbreak, we were laughing at the signs, thinking love was always on the safest side of time. We were holding on to someday, like it couldn't slip away. Halfway to heartbreak, I still drive that old route, past the diner, past the field. Every crack in the pavement knows exactly how I feel. If I could turn us around, back to that first slow lane, would you still reach for my fingers, or just let go again? Halfway to heartbreak, found your jacket in the back room, smell the summer on the torn sleeve. We were younger than the rumors, thought the world was on our car keys. We were drawing hearts on napkins, I was laughing, trying to act hard, didn't know the little crashes were already leaving marks. We were so bound and scarred, holding on in the dark. Every promise that we whispered still tattooed on my heart. We were broken, we were brave, took who we are. I still drive past your old house, windows down, let the night in, every ghost on that dead-end street feels like a long-lost friend. If I meet you in another life, I still reach for your hand first. Take the beauty with the bruises, every blessing, every hurt. Old jean jacket on the back of a chair, your record stacked by the hallway door, dust in the light, it's dancing in pairs, like every slow song we swore was ours. Coffee gone cold by the side of the bed, your faded letter fold is soft at the bends, reading feel your hand on my shadow again, bleeding soul romance. Cut me, then you hold me in your hands. Every scar, every glance, write your name across my heart again, bleeding soul romance. Hurts, but I keep running back to that old slow dance, bleeding soul romance. Photograph curling on the fridge door frame, bare feet summer, you were stealing my hat. We were too young to say anything right, but somehow we knew not to look back. Did we burn too bright, too fast, or did we just last in different ways? You're the ache that never asks, but answers every lonely day. I try to move on, I try to be strong, but every quiet room plays our song. Cut me, then you hold me in your hands. jacket on the chair, like you're still there. We were paper rings and Polaroids, laughing in that rusted Ford, singing every word we didn't know to some forgotten song on the radio. You carved our names in the dashboard gray, said, "Don't you ever run away." I just smiled and looked at the road, thought love was all we had to know. Heavy heart halo hanging over every memory of you. Every small echo pulls me back to what we thought was true. I wear it like a promise, I carry it like gold. Heavy heart halo shining around the stories we grew. We missed exits just to stay and drive. Watch the summer fade to porch light. You trace futures on my open hand. Town so small, we dream too big to land. Then time hit hard like a midnight train. Different cities, brand new names. I packed up that old dashboard scar, took it with me like a lucky charm. Heavy heart halo hanging over every memory of you. Every small echo pulls me back to what we thought was true. I wear it like a promise, I carry it like gold. Heavy heart halo shining around the stories we grow. If I saw you on the street tonight, would you know me? Would it feel right, or would we talk about the weather instead of the storms inside? I still set one place at the table, out of habit, out of hope. Some loves never leave you, they just learn to live as gold. Heavy heart halo hanging over every memory of you. Every small echo pulls me back to what we thought was true. I wear it like a promise, I carry it like gold. Heavy heart halo shining around the stories we grew. Faded jacket on the chair, turn off the light, you're everywhere. Heavy heart, but I don't let go, living in your left your sweater on my chair, smell like rain. and cigarette, I still fold it like a prayer. Found that ticket in my drawer, one-way ride to who we were. Faded ink, but I remember more. Laughing hard in that old car, driving circles just to feel unsure. Dark roses and regret, blooming in a glass by the bed. Every petal holds a word that we never said. I still reach across the sheets for the touch I never get. Loving you is all I have. Dark roses and regret. Sunday records, coffee cold, you in jeans, barefoot grin, spinning slow, pretending we were bold. You trace maps on my back, said someday we'll run and not look back. Turn around again or keep walking down that hallway like we were strangers, almost friends. I replay the final door slam like a movie I can't forget. Every frame in black and crimson, every frame is what we You left your sweater on my chair. Still smells like summer in that spare room air. Faded Polaroids in a coffee tin. I keep opening the past, letting yesterday in. Love in broken chords, playing on and on inside me. Every rise and every fall still hits so sweet, so slightly. We were out of tune, but I still hum the song we started. Love in broken chords echoes through this half-healed heart, yeah. Coffee cup rings on the table, dust in the air where the sun falls slow. Old Polaroids curled on the counter, every corner says your name in low. Your jacket still hangs by the doorway, sleeves rolled the way you left that night. Radio hums that faded love song, I still mouth your part, it still fits right. Kiss me through goodbye, like we never walk away. Hold me in this almost, where we get one more yesterday. If you're leaving with the sunrise, at least look me in the eye. Love me like it's forever, kiss me through goodbye. I trace your note on the fridge door, ink bled soft from all the times I cried. Back still written like a promise. Funny how forever never tried. Maybe we were perfect in the past tense. Maybe we were better in the dark. But your ghost still dances in the hallway, clicking to the beating of my heart. You left your sweater on my chair, faded wool, a little torn at the cuff. Still smells like that old July, when we were young enough to call it love. Your Polaroids in a shoebox, corners bent from being passed around. I trace your face with my thumb every time the house gets too loud. Stay, even if it hurts, even if the truth comes crashing first. Hold me through the worst of what we were. If this is all we get on this old earth, stay, even if it hurts. We learned our names in the dark, talking till the sun soaked through the blind. Coffee cups on the nightstand, half as full as all those plans we left behind. Now it's postcards and wrong turns, driving past the bar where we first met. I park outside for a minute, pretend your shadow hasn't left me yet. If we break stay, stay, even if it hurts. Found your jacket in the closet, faded ticket in the sleeve, coffee stains and late night letters. Every thread pulls out a seam. I hear your key in the old front door, but it's just the wind again. I reach across the empty sheets like I'm gonna find your hand. I'm screaming in silence, right here beside you in my mind. Every word that I never said, still shaking these four walls tonight. If love is a language, mine got lost between the lines. Now I'm screaming in silence for the rest of my life. Dusty records on the table, spin our summers, spin our fights. You would dance in my reflection, bare feet tracing crooked light. I talk out loud to the hallway frame, where your frozen smile still stays. You laugh in every photograph, then the color slips away. Found your jacket in the corner. Smell the autumn on the sleeves. We were younger in that flannel, saying things we half believed. Oh, cassette on the table, faded label, cracked clear case. I press play and there we are. Every word, every wasted day. Whiskey tears running down a Polaroid night, laughing till we both caught fire, then we burned out of sight. Whiskey tears on the letters that I never sent. You were my beautiful accident. I still taste you here in these whiskey tears. We were steady as a bar stool on a floor that liked to shake, spilling promises like shot glass dreams. One more round we'd always take. You said love was just a moment. I said it could last for years. Guess we both were right in some way. You're still here when I'm out of beer. I don't call you anymore, but I talk to you at night, in the clink of cheap glass, in the glow of that sign. If I had one more chance, I'd keep my hands off the past, hold you in the morning, let the evening crash. Oh, Polaroids in a coffee tin, dust on the lid, your name scratched in. I trace the letters with a shaking thumb. Hear your laugh in the kitchen hum. smells like rain. Old Polaroids curled at the corners still spell my name. I trace the coffee stains on this table like roads we never drove. You said forever in that parking lot under a sky that glowed. I'm bleeding under moonlight where you first pulled me close. Every shadow on these empty walls still leans in like a ghost. I keep talking to the night air like it might bring you home. Bleeding under moonlight, but I don't feel alone. Your mixtape stuck on that one love song. It cracks in place. I let it spin in the dark of the kitchen like the old days. Your boots by the door gather dust, but I can't move them yet. Every ordinary little corner holds the way we met. Maybe we were too young to know what we were holding. Still I see your face in the smoke where the street lamps are glowing. If time is a thief, it can't steal what I remember. That shiver in your voice when you swore this night forever. Stage, coffee cold in my hand. They stacked the chairs, swept our names from the stands. Your set list folded in the pocket of my worn-out coat. I hum that chorus, every line catches in my throat. After the last chord, I still hear you ringing in the rafters, shaking every room. All of the nights we thought love was a crowd's roar. I'm standing in silence after the last chord. Backseat nights tuned you in on the dial. Dashboard glow kissed your cheek for a while. Old green exit where I almost said stay with me. You laughed it off, drove on into the memory. Somewhere you're dancing to a song I don't know. I'm here rewinding every echo, every show. If I could fade in from these shadows in the wings, I'd walk to your spotlight just to hear your heart sing. Somewhere you're dancing to a song I don't know. I'm here rewinding every echo, every show. If I could fade in from these shadows in the wings, I'd walk to your spotlight just to hear your heart sing. We were young in that small town, backseat dreams in your old red car, windows down on a dead-end road. Thought the world was where we are. Polaroids in a dusty box. Your old shirt still holds your name. Every laugh feels like yesterday. Every tear tastes the same. I still hear your key in the door. I still feel your hand in mine. Time keeps moving, but I'm sure some things stay stuck in the sky. You're the one kitchen floor. Coffee cold on the second try. We made plans we could not afford, but we swore we would learn to fly. I still hear that song on the radio. Every word cuts, every note glows. If I could turn the car around, I'd drive straight back to those roads. If love is just a passing flame, why do I feel it burning the same? Every year that slips away, your name stays. Your name stays. We were kids in that borrowed car, seats torn up, but the sky felt large. You traced hearts in the window fog, said, remember this when life gets hard. Cigarette glow on your crooked smile. Radio low, we drove for miles. Every song felt like it knew our names, like it swore we'd never change. Lonely strings cry every time I hear our song, pulling me back to where we both belong. In the echo of that night, I still feel your hand in mine. Lonely strings cry for love we left behind. He moved on to a different town. I stayed here, watch the sun go down. Same old bar with the crooked sign, same old booth, but an empty side. Your old coat on the second chair, I kept it there like a silent prayer. Time moved on. life still fills the place. Lonely strings cry every time I hear our song, pulling me back to where we both belong. In the echo of that night, I still feel your hand in mine. Lonely strings cry for a love we left behind. Dust on the frames, faded sun in the curtains, coffee stain on the counter from the night you said you'd stay. Your jacket still hangs on the back of that old chair. I talk into the air like you just stepped away. When silence screams louder than our late I'd hold the pause between your sentences and never cross that line. Found your jacket in the back room. Smelled the summer and the smoke. Every rip a little memory, every thread a quiet joke. You were tracing constellations. On my wrist were star-warm hands. Said forever's just a feeling, not a map or a plan. Love bleeds slow through the cracks we didn't know. Talking about nothing. I was memorizing air. Every song became a promise. Every promise turned to dust. Still I taste you in the silence, like a metal edge of trust. dust dancing in gold. Your sweater on the chair bed, still warmer than the cold. Kitchen clock ticking over yesterday's plates. We talked until the sunrise. Now the night just waits. Old Polaroids curling on the fridge by the door. Every faded little corner says you've been here before. Whisper my name slow, like you did back then. Let it roll through the quiet. Let it find me again. If the years fall down like the first autumn snow, hold my heart like a secret and whisper my name slow. Songs on the radio, we used to let them play through. I still hum the second verse, always thinking of you. I drive past your old street, windows fog with my breath. Every stoplight feels longer since you left. Maybe we were young, but I still believe what we said on that porch under bare winter trees. If you're lying there restless in a town I don't know, close your eyes, feel the echo calling soft from below. Just found your letter in a sweater, back of the second row. coffee stain on the corner, like we left it there on purpose. I could hear your laughter in the creases of the page. Every word a Polaroid, fading at the edges. You're a fading memory, soft as an old melody, playing in the back of my mind on a Sunday drive. You're a fading memory, but you still live in everything, in the way the evening light falls on this quiet life of mine. Drove past your old apartment, windows painted over now, our names carved in the railing, rusted but they're hanging on. I could taste that first September rain on your denim jacket sleeve. You were saying it's forever. I was trying to believe. I still set one extra place when the table feels too wide. Talk out loud to empty rooms just to hear your name reply. Some days I swear I see you in strangers on the street. Then the crowd moves like a curtain, and it's only me. Old cafe on the corner still smells like summer rain. Your jacket on that metal chair my name in your old keychain. You laughed about forever, like we could bend the night. We carved a date into the table, hoping time would treat us kind. Hold my heart tonight, like you did back then. Lay your promises on my shaking hands. Even if the morning tears us from this life for one more borrowed moment, hold my heart tonight. I saw your face in a window on a street we used to roam. Two coffees and an empty seat, the past calling me home. Your letter in my pocket, creased where I said goodbye. Ink faded into fingerprints, but your words still burn my mind. Maybe we were too young to know what we had. Still I keep every second folded in the back of my head. If we meet in the quiet where the years fall out of sight, would you take this tired heart and hold it like it's right? Maybe we were too young to know what we had. Still I keep every second folded in the back of my head. If we meet in the quiet where the years fall out of sight, would you take this tired heart and hold it like it's right?